So today we're going to talk about a really powerful technique called reverse guiding. It's all about flipping the script on how you talk to AI and basically turning it from just a tool into your own personal prompting coach. You know the feeling, right? You get a response from ChatGPT and it's not wrong exactly, but it just feels a little off. Maybe the tone is weird or it's kind of clunky, and you're sitting there thinking, what prompt do I even use to fix this? It's a super common headache, but there's a much, much smarter way to handle it. So what is that smarter way? Well, you let the AI become your coach. Seriously. Instead of you trying to guess the perfect prompts to get the perfect answer, you give the AI what you've already written and have it tell you how to make it better. This little flip in your workflow is an absolute game changer. Okay, so the core idea here is what we call reverse guiding. All it means is that you start with something you already have, like a draft of an email, a paragraph for a school paper, or even just a prompt you use all the time. And you ask the AI to work backwards from it. You're not starting from scratch, you're starting with something you want to polish. And the way we do this is usually with a critique and improve prompt. It's this awesome two-step process. First, you ask for a critique, an analysis of what's good and what's not so good. Then, after you have that feedback, you ask for the improved version. That first step, the critique, that's the real secret sauce here. And this slide really nails the mental shift. On the left, you've got the standard way, using the AI as a generator. You guess a prompt, you get an output. Fine. But on the right, you've got the coach model. The AI tells you how to improve. So you don't just get a better output, you get an output and a lesson on why it's better. Every single time you do this, you're learning. Okay, so how do you actually put this into practice? It's really simple, just a straightforward 4-step method you can start using right now. First, just give it your content. Copy, paste, you're done. Step 2, and this is the most important part, ask for a critique. Be specific. Ask about things like clarity or tone or whatever matters to you. Third, once you have that, ask for the revision based on its own critique. And finally, this last step is optional but so powerful. Ask the AI to explain what it changed and why. That's how you really start leveling up your own skills. All right, that's the theory. Theory's great, but let's make this real. Let's see how this whole thing works with an actual example. So, imagine you just wrote this email. Instead of hitting send, you pop it into the AI with a prompt like this. Now look how specific this is. It says critique it first, and then it lays out the exact criteria: clarity, tone, and professionalism. You're basically telling your new coach exactly what you want to work on. And boom, here's the kind of gold you get back. The AI is a master at spotting patterns, so it can point out things you might have totally missed. It sees that hesitant language, it notices your main point is buried in the middle, and it calls out that vague call to action. I mean, just getting this critique is incredibly valuable on its own. And then, after that amazing critique, the AI uses its own feedback to write a new version. The result? You get an email that's just better. It's clearer, it's more confident, and it's way more likely to get you what you want. And you can use this for anything, really. Improving an essay, tightening up a YouTube script, or even getting the AI to improve one of your own prompts. Now, before you run off and start trying this, there are a few common traps that people fall into. Let's quickly go over them so you can get amazing results from day one. First off, don't just ask the AI to make it better. What does that even mean? Be specific. Ask it to make it more concise or make the tone friendlier. Second, whatever you do, do not skip the critique step. Understanding the why behind the changes is where all the learning happens. Third, if you're worried about it sounding like a robot, just add a line like, keep my main ideas and my personal voice. And last, remember, the AI is a coach, not your boss. Treat its feedback like suggestions, not commands. You're still in charge. Okay, we've covered the what, the why, and the how. I think the only thing left is for you to actually give it a shot. So here are your first 2 missions, should you choose to accept them. First, go find something you wrote recently, an email, a social media post, whatever, and ask your new AI coach to critique and improve it for you. Second, take a prompt you use all the time and ask the AI how that prompt itself could be clearer and more specific. These are super easy, low-stakes ways to see just how powerful this is. And this right here is the most important takeaway. When you start using reverse guiding, you stop seeing your drafts as just work. Every single thing you write, every prompt you create becomes an opportunity to analyze, to learn, and to improve. You're not just getting stuff done anymore, you're actively getting better at doing the stuff. And that's really the magic of this whole mindset shift. So the only question I have left for you is this. What's the very first thing you're going to ask your new AI coach to improve?